Adding fractions with different denominators, it can feel a little tricky, right? But what if I told you there's a simple secret to solving it every single time? Well, today, we're going to break it all down, and it all starts with pizza. Just imagine this for a second. You and a friend are sharing a pizza. Your half is cut into 2 huge slices, but their half is cut into 3 smaller ones. How in the world would you add your slice and their slice together to see how much pizza you have? That puzzle is exactly what we're going to solve. Okay, so before we jump into the deep end, let's just do a super quick refresher on the basics. This will make sure we're all starting from the same place. So what is a fraction, really? At its heart, it's just a part of a whole. Think about a chocolate bar, right? Let's say you break it into 4 equal pieces. If you grab one of those pieces, you have 1/4 of the entire bar. Simple as that. Now, in that 1/4 fraction, the number on top, the 1, that's our numerator. It's just a fancy word that tells you how many parts you actually have. In this case, you've got 1 piece of that delicious chocolate. And that 4 on the bottom? Well, that's our denominator. It tells us how many equal pieces the whole thing was sliced into in the first place. So, 1 piece out of a total of 4. And that's really all there is to it. Numerator on top, denominator on the bottom. Okay, so what happens when we're adding pieces that are already the same size? Well, this is the easy part. We call these like fractions. Like fractions are your best friend because their denominators, the bottom numbers, are exactly the same. So if you have 2/5 of a pizza and your buddy has 3/5, you literally just add the top numbers. 2 plus 3 is 5. You've got 5/5, which is, of course, the whole pizza. But let's get back to our original problem. What happens when the slices are different sizes? This is where we get into the main event, adding unlike fractions. And here's the difference, right there on the screen. On the left, you've got like fractions, same denominator, easy peasy. But on the right, that's our challenge, unlike fractions, 1/2 and 1/3. The denominators are different, so we can't just add them up. We need a new game plan. Let's put it back into those pizza terms. You've got this massive slice from a pizza cut in half. Your friend has a smaller slice from a pizza cut into thirds. Trying to add them together feels like trying to add apples and oranges, right? We need to find a way to make them speak the same language. And that brings us to our secret weapon for this whole thing. The solution is something called the least common multiple, or LCM for short. Trust me, this little tool is the key that unlocks the entire problem. Now, least common multiple might sound a little intimidating, but the idea is actually super simple. All we're doing is looking for the smallest number that both of our denominators can divide into evenly. This number lets us basically recut our pizza slices in our imagination so they're all the same size. So let's find the LCM for our example, 1/2 plus 1/3. Okay, our denominators are 2 and 3. First, let's just list out some multiples of 2. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. All right, now let's do the same thing for our other denominator, 3. The multiples are 3, 6, 9, 12. Wait a minute, hold on. Did you spot it? Do you see a number that showed up in both of our lists? Yes, it's 6. 6 is the smallest number that's a multiple of both 2 and 3. And just like that, we've found our new magic common denominator. We're going to turn both of our fractions into sixths. So this gives us a simple 3-step method we can always follow. Step 1, find the LCM. Check, we know it's 6. Step 2, convert our original fraction so they use this new denominator. And finally, step 3, add them up. Let's do step 2 right now. Now to make this work, there is one golden rule you have to remember. Whatever you do to the bottom number, the denominator, you must do the exact same thing to the top number, the numerator. So for 1/2, to get the denominator to 6, we have to multiply 2 by 3. That means we also multiply the numerator 1 by 3, which gives us 3/6. Then for 1/3, to get the denominator to 6, we multiply 3 by 2. So we do the same to the top. 1 times 2 gives us 2/6. And would you look at that? We've taken our tricky unlike fraction problem and turned it into a super easy like fraction problem. We just have to add 3/6 and 2/6. So we add the tops. 3 plus 2 is 5. And our answer is 5/6. Let's go back to our pizza one last time. All we really did was take both of those pizzas and imagine slicing them up into 6 perfectly equal slices. Now, your 3 slices and your friend's 2 slices are all the exact same size. It's so much easier to see that together, you have 5 of those slices, 5/6 of a pizza. All right, you've seen how it's done, you've seen the method. Now I think it's your turn. Let's do a quick recap and then I've got a final challenge for you. Okay, so let's lock this in. Remember the 2 main rules. If the denominators are the same, they're like fractions, just add the numerators. If the denominators are different, use our 3-step method. Find the LCM, convert the fractions, and then add. That's it. Here is your chance to put this new skill to the test. What is 2/3 plus 3/4? I'll give you a hint. Your very first step is to find the LCM of 3 and 4. Go ahead and pause here and give it a shot. And that is really all there is to it. You've totally conquered unlike fractions. And whether you're using this for cooking, for building something, or just making sure you get your fair share of pizza, this is a real-life math superpower. It kind of makes you wonder what other parts of life seem complicated but are actually pretty simple once you know the secret.